Hi, creator. Good afternoon. Happy post-Halloween day. Hopefully you're eating that leftover candy or you're sneaking out your kid's candy bag. Got me a couple little Hershey's here to eat. Hershey's is one of my favorite. I like just having plain old chocolate or with almonds. But I also enjoy Almond Joys. And Reese's peanut butter cups are pretty good. What's your favorite candy? I always try to buy, what we like in case we have leftovers. And of course we did. I guess we had maybe 30 trick-or-treaters. I didn't count them, but enough. So say hello if you're watching. And I'm totally working off the top of my top hat. Literally. I have a top hat. And I'm going to make it into a flower arrangement or a winter scene arrangement. So stay tuned. We're going to try to start from the beginning and go all the way to the end. So let's see what happens, right? Okay. I got paint in my hands. I've been working on my porch boards, my Be Merry porch boards, and I just sprayed them with some outdoor polyurethane so they are drying. So I wanted to give this a try with the top hat and see if we can get it to work. So say hello, if you are watching. And where you're watching from. Hi Vicky, hi Carrie, hi Denise. Say hello. You know what? Let's set this aside. We got a lot to do. If we're going to do it from start to finish, well, I already started a little bit. I painted my top hat black. It's a paper mache hat. And I know you're going to ask where I got it. I got it through Darice, which apparently is out of business now. It was an online craft supply, D-A-R-I-C-E. If you go to the website now, it takes you to Michael's. So apparently Michael's must have bought them, but I don't think all their products are on their page yet. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Hopefully, we'll figure it out, because I don't think these are on there. You can look. So it actually be through Michael's. And Michael's now has kind of like a wholesale site that you can buy, because Darice was wholesale. So I don't know if these are on there still. I haven't checked lately, but they are just a paper mache top hat, like a snowman hat. And I painted it black. And I'm going to make an arrangement in here, but we are going to chalk a snowman and some trees on watercolor paper and make them stand up with a stick. And we'll put foam in here, the Spanish moss, some Christmas greenery, and we're going to make a little 2 trees and a snowman. That's kind of my thinking. This is from an old transfer. The snowman, Build a Snowman. It's an old transfer. I'm sorry you can't get it. That would have been a neat one to put in the vault, but they didn't. It says Hello Snow, and then it has parts to snowman and some trees and things, but I'm going to use the snowman out of it. I wish they still made it. But you could always just cut out a snowman, like draw it and cut it out, because it's, not that hard to build a snowman or draw a snowman. But any transfers, I thought, I have several of these, so I may do some with just an all over, like a snowflake pattern on it. I'm trying to decide different ways to do them, and I'm just kind of messing around, see what happens. It's kind of how I do all my designs. I just mess around and see what comes up. Yeah, sorry, it's a no makeup Sunday, it's a chalk Sunday, and I look the way I look, so say hi. Hi Vicky, hi Carrie. Hello Val, aloha. Are you in Hawaii, Val? Oh, I wish I was. Okay, so like I said, I started out with a brown paper mache hat, and I painted it black, just like this one. And like I said, we're going to use watercolor paper to build our scenery that we're going to stick in here. And then we'll actually make a floral arrangement in this too, so we have a lot to do. So let's get started. I'm actually going to put this old transfer on here. It's not very sticky. Hopefully we'll have a good print. I always say if it doesn't turn out good, you just wash it off. Or you could paint over it if it messes up. Because I do have a little bit of a lip here because it has like a brim on his hat, which would also be cool. You know, paint that red. So many things you can do with it. I'm just going to keep it all black for now because I may not put much red in my whole design. And I'm going to chalk this in white. So let's see if it works indeed. So I got some white chalk paste here. I just laid my whole squeegee in it. That's not going to work. I'm just going to toss this one in the water and start over. That just made a mess. Good way to start out. Let's grab another one. Okay. So yeah. If you know someone who likes to craft and create, maybe you would like to show them this video and you can push that arrow button and send it their way. Because chalking, I think, is the #1 craft. It's so fun. And you can incorporate your other crafts with it, such as floral arranging, which I've been doing some lately. Getting ready for my craft show on November 7th, which is this coming Saturday already. Yikes. I got quite a lot ready to go. I just got to finish up my porch boards. And of course I got to price everything, tag it. That all takes time. And then what time I have left over, I'll just create some more stuff. Maybe some of these hat arrangements. So we're doing Hello Snow on here. This is an old transfer. It's not available anymore. It's called Build a Snowman. And it's probably at least 2 years old. But the great thing about collecting transfers is that you can use them over and over and combine other transfers with them. Okay. Let's see how this came out. It might be not the best because of that little ridge of the... That's not too bad. Hello, snow. It's cute. I'm going to lay that in my pan of water because I will be able to reuse it again. So I'm going to let it dry here. Oh my gosh. Got things falling over everything. I had to glue my, plug in my glue gun because we are going to put a foam in here and make an arrangement, so we have to glue in our foam. Just going to dry this real quick in case something bumps up against it and would ruin it. So let's get it dried before that happens. Alright, cool. So if you're just joining, this is a paper mache hat I got through Doris earlier on, which is now, I believe, out of business. And Michaels took it over, but I don't know if you can still get it through Michaels or not. I spray painted it black. And now we're going to use watercolor paper. And as far as you know, you can use any kind of watercolor paper. I bought this particular one. It's, I just got it at the hobby store. What does it say? Series 400. Which I don't even know what that really means. 140 pound paper. I have a piece of it right here. And this is the little snowman from the Build a Snowman. Do you use chalk paint or acrylic paint for your base coat? You can use basically any paint. I spray painted it first with a chalk paint, lightly, because I didn't have much of it. And then I put on I love to use this Fusion Mineral Paint. It's a primer sealer all in one. But you could just use any acrylic paint. If you use a chalk paint, then I would probably wax it first because it doesn't have a sealer built in. So that's the thing I like about the Fusion Mineral Paint is that it has a built-in sealer. So it kind of just depends on what you're using, if you need to put chalk over it. I mean wax. Probably most acrylics you don't really have to, but... Okay, so I'm taking a piece of my watercolor paper. I got my little snowman on here. I'm actually going to just do it in white, even though we're on white. I think that white paste is a little bit whiter than the watercolor paper. So when we cut it out, I mean, you'll still be able to see the snowman. He's going to have a top hat and a scarf, some sticks for hands. I got the little pieces right here. And some buttons and a face. I might put this little bird down by his base and a scarf. And I think there is eyes. I'm going to have to look for them. If not, just use your marker or your chalk marker and just draw in that stuff. And like I said, you could just draw a snowman too and cut one out, or just do trees, which we're going to do trees in a little bit. And we're going to make them out of paper, out of this watercolor paper. So there's no rules, just however you want to make something. I'm totally making this up as I go, so can you, right? Okay, so I peeled off my snowman. Like I said, you can't really see it, but it's there. Maybe you can see it. I'm going to dry it. And we'll put his hat on and his scarf. We just want to make sure this layer is dried before we put another layer on top. So dry it with a blow dryer, a hair dryer. This is a heat gun, like for embellishing, which is really hot, so you want to not get too close or stay in one spot. Really with the hair dryer, just use the cool temp. And that'll get you there too. Okay, so let's put on his hat, and I'm going to do it in black. So I'm done with my white paste. I'm going to put that away so it doesn't sit here and dry out. I will wash the sticks and the squeegee. All of these fun products, with the exception, well, not all, Couture products, not the top hat, not this particular transfer because it's retired, but you will see other transfers I'm going to use that you can get at chalkcouture.com/OdessaRose. You have tons of transfers there. And when we make our trees, you can use any pattern, and even just snowman. Like if you did a little mini buffalo plaid or a little snowflake pattern, you could cut that whole pattern, which is how we're going to do the trees. You could cut that pattern in the shape of a snowman, and he would just have a pattern to him. That would be super cute too. So there's so many things you can do. Don't think you have to just do it my way, because you don't. I'm going to tilt his hat a little bit. You gotta just think out of the box sometimes. Get creative. You know what? This is only paper, so if you don't like it, start over. You don't have to stick with what you're doing if you don't like it. When you're on a chalkboard, you can just wash it off. Okay, so we have this cute little hat. And I don't know if you can see him. Got it? We'll dry that. Love Fusion. Cranberry is the perfect Christmas color. Yeah. I don't have cranberry. I have the True Red, Fort York Red. times when I'm painting our wooden surfaces, like our tree cutouts, our pumpkins, our deer, even if I use a little bit of fusion mineral paint, I'll use a pretty wet brush because I kind of like it to be more of a colored wash, like a whitewashed. And then I might mix in some craft paints in it to get it to the right hue. So if I started out with this red, you know, you could add in a little bit of blue to make it more of a burgundy color. So sometimes I'll just do that. I like to mix colors and just create a color. Kind of like how I did on these houses. This might have been done with just craft paint, but you can see how I just blend in different colors and not have one solid color. So that's usually what I like to do with my paint. Unless I really want a solid color surface like this hat. Obviously, I just used black. So, okay, so, I can't remember if I dried that or not, but let's go on to the scarf. At this point, I need to decide if I'm going to make a scarf red, or if I want to keep this more, oh yeah, like, I'm kind of thinking about using some of these ribbons in the arrangement. I could go with the blue and do more of a blue-green theme, or I could add a red plaid and do more in the red. I think I will do red because I got red berries to add in. So I think I'll make a scarf red, and we'll do red in our ribbons. But always think ahead, like, well, what if you're going to be adding other elements to it? What is your color theme, and think of that ahead of time. So let's grab some red. It's hard to see where all this stuff's supposed to go because, like, that snowman is white. I think it goes in there. And I'll grab some. I'm just going to use, because I had it out earlier, Candy Apple Red. We have a pretty scarlet red right now too. It's just a little bit deeper red. But I've been using this today, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it since I know it's ready to go. And we're just going to chalk over that little screened in area. And all these parts take forever to make something compared to like a chalk and be done, one and go thing. Okay, let's get his sticks. I might just draw in his face with a chalk marker or a magic mark or a Sharpie or something. So we have two hands. There's kind of a left and right. Maybe I'll go that way. Let's try this. For it to be all in one. Oh, the paint, yes. Heat gun. I am using this heat gun, like it's an embellishing heat gun, but I use it mainly because it's quieter than a hairdryer, so when I'm live, it's not as noisy as a hairdryer. But I used to use a hairdryer a lot, and you still can, it's just, like I said, it's more quiet. I'm actually going to get brown out to make my sticks. You could just use the black. But since I have brown, I will get my brown out. It's called bark. Get both of them out here and get them going at the same time. I think I got them on the wrong side. Maybe I want his thumbs on the inside. You can call them that. You don't need to get really picky. Okay. I haven't used this transfer in a long, I don't know if I even used it last year. But, like I said, it's 2 years old. This little birdie, I'm just going to put down here like he's almost standing in front of him. But he's kind of on the snowman. Just for fun. And I'll just do him in brown. Or should I do it in red? He doesn't really look like a cardinal, so he's more of a sparrow. And we have eye, we have a smile. I'm gonna see if we have eyes in the envelope here. It even comes with like skis that can stand up beside it. Never, obviously I've never used those. They're still on the transfer. Oh, I about forgot the carrot. Good grief. He's got to have a nose, right? He's got a little button. That must be for button eyes. I don't know. I don't know if I want button eyes. I think I'll just draw on two circles for his eyes, maybe. Alright, let's get a smile in here. And black, as I put that away. Thinking we didn't need it anymore. There, and should I use the button? They look kind of big. Maybe they're not. It reminds me of a pig's nose. I better dry. They look big, but I don't think I like it. He looks kind of creepy with this buttons. They look too big. So I'm just going to take a Sharpie. Or if you have a chalk marker, I do, but my black one leaks. I got new ones coming, so I'm just going to use a Sharpie, which works out good. And let's drop that. And then we need some orange for his carrots. And sometimes I just use more of that color, but papaya is a good rich, deep orange color, not overly neon, so we'll use that. And then we'll cut them out. All these little pieces. And that carrot seems kind of big, so I'm probably not going to make it the full size. Looks huge, in fact. I'm going to make about half the size of what they have it for. I'm going to start it. I'm only going to make like that much of it. He doesn't need to be a big-nosed kind of snowman. I'm just going to start it there. Okay. There. Alright. Now, we need to cut this guy out. And I need a front, which is him, and then I need a back. So I want a front and a back because I'm going to put a stick up between the two layers so I can stick it in my foam when we're done. So let's get all these pieces out of the way. Because once we wash our transfer pieces, we put them back on these backer sheets and then store it back in the envelope. So where's a good place to set those? Okay. All right. Let's clean up a little bit. Put all my pieces in a tub of water so I can wash them. And I think I need to pull out, here, this will work, the rest of this sheet. Let's see if it's easier to cut. Okay, so like I said, I want a front and a back. So I'm going to layer 2 sheets together and cut them out at the same time. I'm just going to cut around the snowman. Doesn't have to be perfect. I do like to use these short little scissors to cut things out, so I'm going to use these short scissors. And I'm just going to try to hang on to the 2 layers. Like I said, and cut them out together. And I've never done this before, so who knows how it's going to turn out. I just kind of hope. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. I thought, well, I'm going to chalk today. I just as well see if anybody wants to watch. Get rid of some of this extra sticking out here. Then I can get into it better. Grab it here, keep going. I might trim up all this off too. I'm not going to cut out, you know, the sticks perfectly. Just going to kind of go around them. Okay. There. Just trim his hands up a little bit. Okay, I got them cut out. I can keep that piece. These other pieces I'm just going to throw away. Now, I want to glue these together, but leave the bottom open so I can insert a stick. I got this size. I have bigger ones too. Where did I put them? Got too far. I know I grabbed them. Where did I put them? Oh, right here. So these are kind of like cork paint sticks or like almost like big tongue depressors, which I might use those because I think they're a little thinner than these. So let me get these open. So it will lay in there like that. So I'm going to put a little bit of craft glue around the edge and then just put this on top, put the stick in there and glue that in so he can stand up. And the floral arrangement. So this is just Eileen's, is it Eileen's? I would say Eileen's craft glue. Sometimes it's in the brown bottle. This happens to be their clear. I'm just going to leave the opening in the bottom. Just lay my stick on it. And then line him up on top, making a little puppet. Okay, like that. You could just stick the stick on the back, but I want them to be, you know, covered up. I feel like this glue doesn't want to stick to this paper, which is weird. Might have to use the hot glue. Doesn't want to stick. Huh. That's crazy. It's not sticking. Plan B, we'll go to our glue gun. See if we can get it to stick. I never really messed with watercolor paper, but apparently it doesn't like that glue. This is working. Okay, so we got our little snowman. He's cute, right? Okay. Right, we got him made. Set him over here. And now we're gonna just do some pattern triangle trees. We're gonna make it easy. Hopefully. Get rid of some of this mess so I have room to work. Because we're going to have to bring probably an 18 by 18 sheet transfer to the table here. Now, I think if we do, let's see, what do you want to do? Like this one, maybe? And we could do it in whatever color. I think I will make it in green, a shade of green. Even though it's going to be amongst the greenery, red would be pretty. I might make my other tree in red. Basically, I'm just going to chalk the whole paper. And I've used this many times, so it's not very sticky anymore, so I'm able to put it right on the paper. If you first time using a transfer, you definitely want to put some fuzz on the back. So lay it on a terry cloth towel, lay your transfer on it a few times so it's not so sticky. But this is not that sticky. It's not going to stick to the paper and tear. You can see it lifts off pretty easily. So I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. I'm still debating about color. I'm trying to visualize in my mind. But let's where's my greenery? We could do our shimmer, like a shimmer olive. How would that look with my greenery? I don't know if I want to do shimmer. Maybe like a sage, something soft. Sage or eucalyptus would be pretty. Where's my eucalyptus? Right here. Do they still make sage? I know they make eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is there. Sage is an old color. So let's use eucalyptus. Right now for greens we have meadow, pesto, and eucalyptus. Unless you get shimmer olive. So let's do eucalyptus, since that's the current color. Okay. So we're going to just chalk on this whole sheet of paper, and I'm going to cut out triangle trees, just straight triangles, and make them with a stick in it again, so just like the snowman. So I'm not even going to worry about if it's the whole paper exactly, because I'm going to cut out a triangle. I'll probably end up cutting out 2 triangles, and I can use one in another arrangement. So, not to waste it. I could have got out my 4-inch squeegee. That would have gone a lot faster, but oh well. I'll do it on the next one. So basically we're just silk screening with chalk paste. It's just that these silk screens are washable and reusable, and they're sticky on the back, so they hold their place. That's what's cool about them. And they're for sale on my Couture website. Okay, so we got that done. I'll pull this up and see the pattern. All right, pretty cool. And this will get washed. For now, I'm going to lay it on that white backer sheet until I can take it to the sink. Just gonna lay it on there like that. Okay. Now we're going to let this dry, and let's do another pattern that we can cut out. Let's let it hang there. And we're done with this color. So we're going to put this color away. If your paste is a little thick, then you just spritz a little distilled water in it and stir that water in and get it to a nice like yogurt consistency or sour cream consistency, and it's perfect for silk screening. Okay, so now let's do something in red. We're gonna have a red tree for kicks and giggles. I was thinking of doing a plaid. We could do like 2 shades of red. Let me show you that. This isn't available anymore either. I want to show you something that you can get. So, excuse me as I walk away. I can't some of our tree patterns are still available. They're probably out in the other room. Let me go grab them because I used them today. Okay. So we have a mini buffalo plaid. This tree one here. And this little pine one. And that pattern was kind of big. And it was geometric. So I kind of want to go with maybe this one. So I'm not having two geometric patterns. As in buffalo plaid and snowflake. So we'll go this route. And we'll do it in a little red. Okay. I used this today on one of my porch boards. I'll show you those when I get them done. They're drying because they have polyurethane on them. And then I have to make a floral swag on them with some ribbon and embellishments when that's done. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. This here project's going to take a while. Let me get out our new scarlet red. It's a deeper red than candy apple red. And that's our current red right now. So it's pretty. You can see the consistency I'm talking about. That's perfect. If it's thicker than that, just spritz a little water in it and mix the water in. It is chalk, so chalk dries out. You know, so you got to keep your chalk paste moist. I'm just going to try to get air pockets out so we have a nice print. And again, this transfer's been used a lot, and it's not, you know, going to stick and tear the paper because it's not brand new. Okay, I was going to show you the 4-inch squeegee, which is perfect for larger areas. That's this, which looks like it didn't get washed the last time I used it. So you can just put some of this in different spots and then just use your big squeegee and squeegee it on like this. It goes a lot faster. You can see. I'm just going to try to get as much of a big area here as I can. And then put on a little bit more right here at the bottom. When your squeegee, or when your transfer isn't overly sticky, it's good to go in just one direction so it doesn't shift on you too much. I'm going to scrape all this off, put it back in my jar so we're not wasting any chalk paste. Okay. Put that in my water and then lift this up and you see the print. It's really pretty. Again, I'm going to put this on the backer sheet to wash later. And we'll wash that. I will wash it. You won't have to see that. Okay, so we're going to let this one dry too. So let's cut off the snowflake pattern here. And I'm going to finish drying this with the dryer. And then we're going to cut out a triangle tree shape. And we'll let this one dry. Let's put this away. This is my orange box. We have black and white. I think we're done chalking. So now we just need to build our trees and do our arrangement. Just want to make sure this is dry, so I'm just going to blow it here a little bit. Any questions? If you're just joining, we're going to make a winter arrangement with some silk pines and berries and whatnot, and we're making some trees, and we made a snowman out of watercolor paper and chalk paste. This is our snowman. We put him on a stick because we'll end up sticking him in the foam with these trees with some pine around it. So this might be a little long. I might have to cut that off a little bit. Okay, so we're just going to make simple triangles with this guy. And I'm going to... How tall do I want him? I want him taller than the tree. So maybe about like that. Let's see if that was the top. And I'm just going to lightly draw a line. And if I want that line to be, this to be perfectly in the middle, then I want to line up these about the same. Looks about right. Like I said, I've never done this before, so how it goes is how it goes. I need another piece of paper because I need a back sheet to him like I did the snowman. So I'm going to cut off another piece of paper. I got to cut off my red trees first. We're going to make another tree out of that one. So let's grab another sheet of paper. And we'll cut that tree out. They're so thick, I always think I have two sheets. It's easier to cut it than to tear it. Even though it's on a spiral. Notepad. Okay. Now, even though I'm only cutting one tree out of this, I will be able to get other trees or other things off of this sheet of paper here. It's like fabric. So I'm cutting me two layers, a front and a back, so I can glue them together and put my stick in it so we can stick it in the foam. Let me try these scissors. I guess they cut about the same. One tree. So I'm going to lay it over there. We'll glue it at the same time. I'm going to do my red tree. And I'll probably make this one a little bit shorter than this guy. So maybe we'll make him like at this point, come down. I'll just use this sheet here. Line it up. Okay. Get my bottom edges lined up. We're good to go. I'll use these. Okay, now we have 2 trees. I need to remember to cut inside the pencil line, but it comes off easy. Now let's get our glue and our sticks ready. I think I need to go in that foam about that deep. We'll do the red one first, or the green one, eucalyptus. You know, I might even distress it a little bit with distressed ink. Thinking maybe. These guys done. Let's just find a little bit of distressed ink. What color I want to use. Victorian velvet. What's that? I might even do kind of red. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Just gonna brush it on the sides here. Distressed ink by Tim Holtz. This is called Victorian Velvet. So it's kind of a red color. Just Just kind of defines the edge a little bit. Kind of fun. Okay, and I don't know if we have any green color. Oh yeah, we got peeled paint. It's kind of green, but I have a feeling I'm going to need a different. I'm going to put on a different pad color, or our new pad, so I don't get red in it. Got some new ones right here. And of course they all pop out at the same time. Flopping all over. Okay, so let's put on a little green. See what it looks like. Pretty. Another thing you could do is actually watercolor your paper first and then put your pattern on it, or transfer on it. Like I could have done this in a green or any color and then put transfer on top. Maybe you want to did it in like a white shimmer color on top, or white. So many things you can do. I'm just gonna brush in a little bit of green with my distressed ink. Kind of cool. Okay. So now we have our two trees. We have our snowman, which you could vintage him up a little bit with just some brown, just kind of around the edges, just so he shows up. Now, we got our three pieces, right? We got our hat. Now we got to put some foam in here, a little Spanish moss, and then I will put greenery in, some berries, a ribbon maybe. So, okay, let's do that. So we got some foam block. The hat is paper mache. He started out like this, and I got it through Doris, which is no longer. I think it was bought out by Michaels. When you go to their website, it takes you to Michaels. So I'm not sure if Michaels has it on their website anymore, but it's a paper mache hat. I painted black. Okay, so I just got some, this is not my favorite foam, floral for silks, but that's what I got. I'm going to have to cut off a piece. Stick that in there. Yeah, it's almost needs to be taller, so I might add some height to it. Like that. Let me shade this down. I got the wrong knife. That might help. Okay. Those are always messy. Now I'm going to use both E6000 and hot glue. Hot glue will set it quickly, but this will bond better. 'Cause when you get the hot glue on the foam, it usually just kind of melts it. When that's no good. But it will set it in quicker, adhere quicker with hot glue. So I'm just glob a bunch of this on there. Put them in the bottom. Press it down. Okay. And same with these guys. You need to add those in, make it a little taller. You can just use hot glue, but like I said, sometimes it just melts it and doesn't stick the best. If you got the really good floral pan glue, that's even the best bet. And this isn't even my favorite foam, but just throw that in there. Okay. Table from glue. Let's see if I can get it off. Alright, now let's add a little bit of Spanish moss. Cover up the styrofoam. Usually I just cut me off a big chunk. And then spread it out. This is a really thick piece here. It's always so messy. Snow. We got our foam in there and our Spanish moss. And here's our guys that we're going to stick in. And then we're going to add some greenery. I'm going to put some greenery in first and then stick those guys in. Find my greenery. I just brought in a bunch of different kinds. Some basic little picks. I got this little hollyberry bush. I've been cutting off that. We got some frosted leaves. A really pretty snow pine. And we got some twigs that have got some glitter to them. So let's just see what we can come up with. I'm going to start out with the basic pine. And we don't need a stem this long, so we need to cut that off. I keep forgetting to grab my good wire cutter. The other day I sprang my tendon in here or something from working with these, like going like this. That hurt. I don't know what the deal was, but not fun. I still gotta be careful with it. It feels like a bruise in my hand. Okay, so I'm just gonna tuck these in. Sometimes I glue them in, but I think these will stay in pretty well with the longer stems on them. I still can't not work these pliers with my hand being bruised. Oh, that hurts. Okay, we've got some pine in there going on. Let's add a little bit of this maybe. Weak. My hand is sore. Oh, gosh. Also, I'm going to bend the wire a little bit because it's not like it grows perfectly straight. Okay, put a little movement in the wire there. I slid these leaves up more towards the top so they're not so spread out, and I need a short, I didn't need that long of a stem. Okay, let's do some more. Curving my wire a little bit so it's not so straight. I'm gonna need to do one or two more of those. I'm gonna slide it up on that. Bending the wire a little bit, so okay, we're starting to look like it's got some life to it. Looking pretty. This is a nice big pine cone, so I think we'll use that towards the front. He's shorter. Okay. Now I'm going to stick in my trees and my snowman, and then we'll fill in around them. So I think about where I want them, somewhere like that, and then the snowman in front. Probably more in front of the green tree since he's got red on him. If that makes sense. A little stick would have been easier. He does not want to go in. I need to give him a path. There we go. Now he needs to come forward. There. I'm going to put some glue on him. He's kind of short. Cute. This guy, you may have to trim his stick a little bit because I don't think he needs to be that long. Let's see where I can stick him. Maybe like that. There. Okay. We'll glue them in. I'm going to push them all the way down to the foam so he's tucked down in there really well. And now we're just going to fill it in with some more pine and leaves. And we'll make a ribbon real quick. I love this frosted, this looks so real. I need the proper equipment to pick this in, but I don't have it here. Make do with what we got. We're going to stick in some of this pine, and it's really going to make it pretty, I think. Hope you can see the angle very well. See where we're going here? It's cute. Cute, cute. I'm going to kind of make it come off the edge here. Hopefully. Like that. Stick some of these in. We'll make our bow and we'll be done. It's looking cute. I think you get the idea. So let's make a bow. Oh, let's put some of this in it. I might just finish this bush off, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick these in. I only have two of them left. That way I can just get rid of this. Plus it's got some nice berries on it. We can stick them here in the back. I just want to make sure your backside looks pretty too. If it's sitting on a tabletop and you can see the backside and you want it to look good. So I'll stick these in there. I decided to add these guys. They're kind of big. I don't think we need them. Let's make a bow. I got those 3. And what else do I make? I had a little bit of like that eucalyptus color. That would be pretty. Let me just go through my ribbons here real quick. Let's see. Don't really have anything I can find right now. This is kind of fun stuff. Okay. I don't want it to be an overly obnoxious bow, just a little accent bow. Breaking out some new ribbons. This stuff's kind of fun. Cool. Can make a loop out of that and then add a little bit of ribbon to it. It's kind of cool just by itself. So I think I'll just do some strips. And add it to this. I'm going to loop this one. So I got one loop of that. I got an X of these 2 strips. I'm going to pinch it all together. Hold it. It's going to go over here. And I'm going to add just a little bit of this red plaid. I might do a loop of that. Going the other way of this loop. So it's on the other side. Don't need much, just a spot. Just a spot of it. I'm gonna grab a piece of twine and tie it all together, and then I'm going to bring some of this in. So I'm going to take a piece of twine, and let's see how I want to do this. I'm going to tie it on the back side. Before I cinch it super tight, I'm going to make sure the ribbons are laying how I want them to lay. Okay, cinch it up tight. tie it in a knot. Just gonna fluff it here just a minute. See if it's how I want it. And then I'm gonna just bring some of this around to the front and just tie it in a knot. So this has floating beads on it, so you gotta pay attention where you cut it and if you need to knot it off so the beads don't fall off because they slide on it. Okay. So I'm just going to knot that. That's a cute little wooden star right there. I'm going to try to get the star in the middle of my tie. I think would be cute. Let's see what I'm talking about. That little star right there. Okay. Now it's a little too big. I might have to cut it a little bit. I don't want him overpowering the snowman. Trim up my tails. Thought I wanted them on that side, but maybe I need to have them on this side. Let's see. It's just, I think this is too big. I'm going to cut it down. I'm not going to end up with a loop. I'm just going to end up with a bow like that. So basically it's a messy bow. Kind of wish my pine cone wasn't here. It's kind of in the way. I might have to cut him out. Stick them in somewhere else. So I'm going to tuck that down there, I think. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to take my twine and find a little stick that you cut off of something. Like, it's long enough to stick into the arrangement, like this stick here. I don't know if it's long enough, let's see. I wish it was a little longer. Let me see if I can find a longer one. Here's like this. Cut off a piece of this. I'm going to take that twine that I used to tie that up, and I'm going to wrap it around my stick. This is where I usually grab my floral tape. Down here. just going to wrap that string into my stick like this. Kind of hard to do. So I'm just wrapping a string onto the stick, and this tape is not going to stick very well. There. Okay, so it's tied onto my stick, and now I'm going to hot glue my stick into my foam, and hopefully, I feel like he's not on there the best, but we'll see. No, it's not working very good. I need the right equipment. Like a wooden stem. Tape isn't very good, so it doesn't want to stick on here. Let me just glue it on here. See if I can get that to work better. Improvise. Sometimes you just gotta improvise. Okay. Let it dry. I'm gonna stick that in there, and then I'm gonna be done. Okay. Get all my gluey strings out of it. You see it? Okay. Finally. It's pretty cute. You like it? You see it? It's got a bow in there. Hello, snow. This is the back side. They're just plain white. So we chalked on here. We chalked on watercolor paper to make our trees and our snowman. And then I filled in with pine. Put some styrofoam in here, in this hat. So yay! Woo! That one made me sweat. I should have took off my sweatshirt. But we got it. We got it. It's pretty fun. I might add another little, I need to get some more of this. I got it in the other room, and just put a little bit more of it in here, but I think it'll look cute. Looks cute. Yeah. So, there you go. All the different things you can do with chalk couture. Not just for signs. Thanks for joining me today. I know I've been on quite a while, but we had a lot to do. We had to make a lot of things, so we got it done. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Denise. And yeah, I think I'll do some more. We could do some with our deer cutouts. Put them on paper. Those would be cute in there. What else? Of course, trees. You can even use our tree patterns that we have to go with our wooden trees. You know, you could do that. So, I mean, you could make, what else is Christmassy? Bells. Am I thinking anything else? Even if you did a word like joy, and cut out the word joy and put in there, would be cute. So there's all kinds of things you can do. Yeah. Thanks for watching today, and I will chalk with you later.